Skylar's Claw has been very reliable. And against the Netherrealm, if you do enough damage, if you get ahead enough, you can completely negate that Netherrealm and in fact use it as a form of crowd control. Because once you have your Netherrealm HP depleted, you're kind of stuck there for a while in animation. It all depends on how the early game goes right here, man. There needs to be a plan, like a cheese of some sort, to really get the edge, get the ball rolling for that snowball.
Yeah, now the draft index here, quite frankly, sides towards BIGETRON Alpha for the early to mid-game potential. Because yeah, I mean, for Pickoff's composition, BIGETRON Alpha does have that advantage in the first few minutes. But come the late game, can they weather the storm now? Land of Dawn will be the witness of whether the kingdom fall or stand and continue its rebuild. Game number 3, the BIGETRON Alpha against RRQ Hoshi.
Let's see, ladies and gentlemen,
welcome
RRQ equalizing earlier 1-1, and now it is the decider back to basically a best of 1. So Jin on the Haya, this time no longer the Fredrin, up against the Ling on Ken.
Assassin against Assassin. Now, of course, the Jawhead roam. Talk to us about this, Arashi. How is it going to operate and function?
Well, first of all, you're seeing Edok already helping out with the clearing in the jungle. Those missiles do a lot of damage when there aren't a lot of different targets nearby. And the new passive of Jawhead, the Mecha Suppression, every time you deal damage to your opponent. Hang on a minute, Dyron.
First shatter down, though, Super Luke gonna be rotating over as well. Good stun and a vengeance there. Reset it so many times. Luke recalling still feeling confident.
Fortunately for him, it's gonna be a very decisive play coming in from BIGETRON. But again, every time you inflict damage on someone, you get Mecha Suppression for 3 seconds, up to 6 stacks, and each stack increases all damages to the target by 2%, so 12%. But look at that.
Oh, Moreno goes for the Purifier earlier. Moreno, 1 HP! Friends with a flicker forward, finding a zap down, and Edok ejecting him out to safety. Ken's still gonna go for it. I don't think he should, and he does decide to back away. Now onto Edok he goes.
Flicker.
Man, they're forced to use all these flickers defensively here, RRQ. It's not the way they want the game to go. But for now, you have to take a look at the difference here for Super Ken and Suzujin. Still level 4, but look at this play on the bottom side.
Eman jumping in as well, now at the top of the blade, Super Ken picking up all the blades, and Eman tanking it up, so he's still very, very healthy. Can go for the orange buff again, and then maybe set up for the turtle instantly.
It's just a difference in the mobility, man. Again and again, this Ling is so dangerous because of this. The Hayabusa has a bit more, quote-unquote, outplay potential, more ways to kind of approach a fight. When it comes down to maneuvering around the map, it's just king right now. Look at the toss, though.
Great Ejector Rin still not going to go for the Boundaries Descent just yet. The Nightmaric Spawn is slowly but surely poking down the Key's HP, and Moreno will be able to clear it out as RRQ hold the turtle. Super Ken still on the orange buff, now making his way into the purple buff. Super Luke there, not able to go for it. Final Snash used up. Luke deciding to go in, now caught on the onward. A bit of miscom perhaps. Netherrealm though still there to provide some safety. Key rotating over, Dominator's Descent. Luke taken down.
Great sequence of events. The Dominator's Descent for the extra crowd control. Now Edok though imploded.
The Super Ken rotating forward as well. That's unstoppable force, and the blades to pick it up. Equalizing in kills, picking up the blade. Sujin gonna wait out a bit. Moreno, no Netherrealm this time around. Pops in a Purify to get those stacks away so that Shadow Kill can't follow him all the way, and he decides to back away so Sujin doesn't go for the commit.
They're forcing the issue, but again, they had to expend 2 ultimates to kill Edok. Only the roamer this time. Key under pressure.
Shadow Kill was used up. He still has the Quad Shadow, jumps in. Good maneuvers by Sujin, catching Key off guard.
Clean. Happy feet on all the 4 shadows. But for BIGETRON, they have the access to this insane chain CC lock situation. You saw it earlier, there's just a lot of airtime available for them if they really go into a big fight. So it seems like now RRQ are the ones who want to avoid that kind of big fight as Edok goes in and ejects.
Look at that damage placed down. Iman still holding on to the Purifier. Wow, all right. Patience from Iman. Very calculative.
The problem with the Jawhead, the fact that you have a lockdown and a defensive route to escape for your teammates, and then stacked up on a damage that is quite bursty as well. And the first stages of the game means that RRQ they have that flexibility in terms of skirmishes and also dives. And they will rely on this jawhead quite a few times. And here we go, Super Ken!
Shatter onward! Dyron and Sutsujin again just reading the maneuvers, waiting for the purple buff to spawn and now taking it away. Luke with the final slash. We're gonna Dyron back, but the Earth Shatter still connects out of two.
Implosion.
Despite that, Dominator's Descent though coming down as well. Dyron able to flick around. That's amazing. What happened, Key? Find the kill, bringing Edok back, Rins. The Dominator's Descent already expiring now. They're gonna go for the Shadow Stampede. Rins brought back in mind with a Synchro Fission. And BIGETRON actually winning out in the end. Sutsujin jumping with the Quad Shadow, back and forth now. The stun, the shove. The Vengeance reset. Sutsujin has to give this away. And it will be a trade in the end. Ken picks up the turtle for RRQ's purple steel.
Purple buff for the turtle. I feel like BIGETRON will take that. But you can see Super Ken trying to find something. Go to the Tempest of Blades. But can Edok find him? Oof. Won't be able to just yet. Thunderbelt for Dyron will give him a bit more burst damage. Look at the shadowing though by Edok to try and stop Moreno.
So far, it's been pretty intense. The exchanges happening left and right. RRQ showing how much of a threat they can pose against BIGETRON Alpha. Meanwhile, BIGETRON Alpha with the responses has been quite aggressive as well. Not shy away of popping the ultimate needed. Key with the implosion. And Luke rotating to help. Equipments though coming in. Berserker's Fury completed for Super Ken.
Dreadnought armor for Super Luke there. Looking out for that extra damage coming in from Sutsujin and Edok. As far as but for Dyron in the Primal Wrath, I think he does magical damage as well. This Starlium and Feather Heaven already completed for Iman, so very respectable amounts of damage. Whereas for Skylar, needs to wait a bit longer, man. Even with 2 items, he still does an okay amount of damage, but you know, it's just not the same kind of power spike that you really need to have a way to throw around in the middle of a big team fight.
Thunderbelt again, I feel like for Super Ken. Itemizing towards it, so far needs that extra HP. As well as that slow, that damage needed. Now for RRQ, focusing the control towards bottom side. Here we go, 1v1, jungler, please, please, please.
Sutsujin knows better than to take this for now. Still needs to wait for some of those stacks, you know? Goes up the Quad Shadow though up top, and he will be able to match that. Ken still with the same build. Thunderbelt down below, and Man walking up to Skylar.
Up top?
Has the BMI up top. It's a 1v1, no? Just a bit of a cut. Iman actually going to be able to take the turret down below, but he has to be careful. He's right there, blazing away, used up. Oh, he's going to be waiting in the BMI right there. So this is going to expire very, very soon. Edok jumping with unstoppable force. Skylar's going to be caught by Moreno. Skylar was zoned away completely. Key still getting the NetherRealm HP. Have so many ways to actually tackle this fight. Super Luke jumping into the midst of it all. It's a Edok finding the final slash from Dyron back at the Stampede as well. The Dominator's Descent, they were able to out-sustain it. Meanwhile, Ken 1v1 getting the kill on the Sutsujin. They wipe RRQ Hoshi out in the 7th minute.
The kingdom tarnishes. And BIGETRON Alpha, they take charge of the kingdom. And the moment we get a 1v1 assassin in the jungle, we don't see the replay, we don't see the camera.
That was so intelligent, man. You see the way that they used the BMI against Skylar?
Just went straight and waited for him. Made sure that his escape routes are cut off. It's a great play from both teams. I think RRQ are also trying to bait Eman to try and commit there. But unfortunately, the response from the team is a bit too fast. It's been a slow grind the whole time, the whole early 5 minutes. But now with that sequence of events, a full-on wipeout and several turrets falling, BIGETRON now has the clear control over the game. RRQ are the ones who have to be a bit more careful. Because for the longest time, with the turrets available, it's all about the pickoffs. It's all about the bush maneuvers. But now BIGETRON has more space to try and work with.
Can go up against the Harith, and now we have the item check.
High Piercer for
Sutsujin. Force back, he might be looking for it. Ejector. Onward. Super Ken. He still has the implosion. Finding 2 now. Super Ken gonna be rotating over now. Zaman Force placed down. 2 members taken out. Where did that Dominator's Descent go?
Got immediately deleted. That's the weakness of the Dominator's Descent, and Sutsujin is still very much in danger, trying to make plays happen right here. But BIGETRON, every single time Dyron is trying to make a play happen, he just gets outmatched and caught out by something. Either the final slash or the pullback from the Paramis. Dyron is trying to use the Primal Wrath to just elevate his damage, his presence in the team fight, but he's just completely denied of doing so every single time.
Yeah, these are deep waters now for RRQ. The fact that Skylar is also struggling with this Claude, just being zoned out by the players of BIGETRON Alpha. They have so much control. This time around, sieging the tier 2 turret towards the kingdom of RRQ. They're looking for a pick. Edok disrespected. This Jawhead was a menace in the early game. Now they don't care about the ejector. They don't care about being caught upon and tossed behind BIGETRON Alpha. They want to end this right here, right now.
I think it's a great decision for BIGETRON to kind of play it slow, to try and match and just shadow the movements of RRQ in the early game, knowing that that is where RRQ are the scariest, are the strongest, when they have all this burst damage and take up potential and extra survivability with the Zask. Now that it reaches like the mid game with some items, some power spikes, this is where BIGETRON can use that Nether Realm, that implosion, and you're seeing every single time RRQ try and go for a fight, they're just not strong enough. They're losing out in damage output due to the same factors of the Zask being sustainable. You see the dominant percent immediately is deleted.
Yeah, game fact by GoPay. The new application. This marks Jawhead's debut in
Wow.
MPL ID Season 14 after last being used by Key in MPL ID Season 11 when BIGETRON lost to Ultra Ego. I mean,
Wow.
so poetic using it against Key, who's playing right here, right now. The
And he still
BIGETRON
has
Alpha lineup.
another new hero, by the way, in this 4th game. Yeah, he's played a new hero every game, right?
Yeah,
Oh, well, I guess the Tigreal is a hero in his repertoire.
that's true.
With the orange buff taken away by Super Ken, though, you can see RRQ confused on what to do right here. Trying to find baits, trying to find engages, but either on the Jawhead just isn't tanky enough as of right now. He has the Dominance Ice, but that's about it. There's just way too much damage, especially coming in from Eman.
Oh, look at Key. Conceal just to zone them away right now. Holy defense really used up top, so it's the Jin dealing with the wave in the bottom lane, and RRQ can go for this final slash. Edok force a flicker around. Super Ken jumping in. Oh, Key! With an implosion to the midst of it all. Skylar with a blazing duet. That's all he can do under the fountain. The shadow kill used up, but it just tickles the robots. Sutsujin, Dyron, and Skylar unable to defend. BIGETRON Alpha keeps the record against RRQ perfect since Season 12.